Hi, my name is Abraham Great and welcome to this platform. Here you will learn tips that will help you to connect the destiny dot or connect the dot to your destiny. This tips has the proclivity to move you into action. And guess what? It is working. I want to give you 10 personal development acts, 10 acts that will help you improve your life. Aristotle once said that we are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, if you want to live a life that is worthy, a successful life, you need to have the right mindset. You need to have the right habit. On the other hand, it should be noted that as human, we have faults, we have proclivities, we have idiosyncrasies, we have incoherencies that prevent us from reaching our full potential. Now listen to this. You are not going to be perfect. You are not going to be, 100%. The last I always remember, and some of us don't know because people don't really take it easy on one another. If it was an examination or if you went to school, 40% is pass mark. Yes, 40% you pass. In some school, 50% is pass mark. But to get a 2-1, you actually do well in a 2-1 on a 60%. To get a first class is 70%. Now watch this. Let's just take the best case scenario of 70%. 70% meant that you got 30% wrong. 70% was not there. Most people who live do not have 30% bad character. That if you sum most people's life together, it's not even as bad as maybe 30%, which means most people, including you listening to me right now, you are actually a first-class person. So take it easy on yourself. People will criticize you, and you also are not perfect. But one thing is, to enter into your full potential, here are a few things that accentuate your personality. This is where the need to improve oneself comes in. With improvement, you gain more experience, you experience personal growth, you pursue your passion, and you live a more meaningful life, and you help others, and so much more that can happen to you when you get this thing right. Obviously, such task of improving your life is not a walk in the park. But the good thing is there are straightforward tips regarding the way to go about this. There are so many things that you can do, and I'm going to talk to you about 10 acts that can help you to enjoy and live a more better life and, improve your personal development such that your credibility, your value, your brand increase. Number 1, go online and promote yourself. Now, listen. Promoting oneself online is a must, especially in the 21st century, where everyone looks on the internet. With this, you can pursue other skills, you can present yourself. And when I talk about this often, I talk about 2 things. You see, it's identity and branding. You see, who you are is your identity, but people really don't know who you are. You see, your identity may be pure, your identity may be sharp, your identity may be a great person. You may even be talented. But if nobody knows you, then you really do not have much fulfillment in this day and age. Yes, we have weapon of mass destruction, but I want you to be careful about running away from the media. Present yourself publicly. Don't hide. It will shock you that the more you wait, the generation will pass you and you'll be regretting that when people are there making money, when people are there making themselves known, where have I been? You are hiding. Some are hide under traditions, other people hide under religion, other hide, under, I don't want people to perceive me like this. Brand yourself and put yourself out there publicly. You need people. No matter how brilliant you are, the number of people that knows you determines the number of people that will patronize or exchange for your value that you offer. So I spoke about 2 things about your person: your identity, then your branding. Your identity is who you are, but branding is what people perceive you to be. Sure you got that. Number 2, have a written plan. Having a written plan is like having a map that will guide you in the journey called life. You don't want to live life frivolously. You don't want to live life just as it comes. Like it said in French, you don't want to live life que sera, sera. You don't want it to be like whatever will be, will be. Have a written plan for your life. Actually sit down and said, here is who I want to be. Here are the courses I want to do. Here are the certification I want to have. Here are the places I want to go. Here are the holidays I want to have. One of the things that I'm grateful for in my life is that I came across goal-setting books around about the age of 18 or 19. And I wrote so many things down. But in around about the age of 20, I think, 20, about 1997, 98, I began to take this more serious. And guess what? Around 2000, I did a major exercise. I was living in another country then. I used to live in Ivory Coast, Abidjan. And I would go to the seaside. I would take a book with me and an empty book. And I would lay on the chair, imagining the future. I read a book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I read some other books. And in one of the books that I read, it was talking to me about dreaming about my funeral. Dream about my end, what kind of a people will be there. Now, I tell you this is 20-something years ago. I came up with a document, maybe about 120 pages of, notebook, and I wrote the plans for my life. I wrote what I want to achieve in 1 year, what I want to achieve in 3 years, what I want to achieve in 5 years, what I want to achieve in 10 years, what I want to achieve in 15 years, in 20 years. I wrote up to 25 years. Guess what? Everything, because between now and then is 20-something years. Every single thing, apart from one thing that, maybe was overly ambitious at that time, was to buy a private jet. I wanted to have degrees. I wanted to get married. I said I was going to have my children outside of the shore of Africa. I wanted to have citizenship or residency of more countries. I wanted in Europe and other places. I wanted to buy a house. I wanted to travel to a number of countries and almost everything. And guess what? Again, I was lucky enough to listen to Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is a motivational speaker, a great leader from America. And Jim Rohn, will teach you, hey, write the places you want to go. And he will laugh about it. Write the mountains you want to climb. And then it's okay, I want to see Disney World in Florida. I want to see, this place in China or in Hong Kong. I wrote everything and nearly every destination I want to go to in my life, I have been there. Everything. Guess what? At the time that I was writing them, I could barely eat in the day. I could barely put, myself together. But those dreams, from that dream, one of the things I want to accomplish at that year was, before I even left the shore of Africa, got myself a car, got my own house. I was on national TV in French language in another country, in Ivory Coast, in Cote d'Ivoire. I was a celebrity in the country. My album was on the TV. But all this by writing a plan. I have now gone forth to doing this in a more elaborate way. I use softwares. I sometimes engage experts and consultants who help me to reorganize my life. And now I'm at a level where I'm actually planning beyond my lifetime. I actually be able to plan up to 100 years of the existence. Particularly when you look at me, my surname is great. So, planning a great life and a great legacy. That's what I do. Have a written plan. Number 3. Expect positive results. Now, the thing is, when you put yourself out there, when you write a plan, always be optimistic about life. You don't want to be a pessimist. You see, life in itself is harsh. The wind of life is going to blow against you and sometimes for you. The times that life blows against you, always remember this, that Abraham Grace said this to you. Listen, great future attract greater distractions. You will be distracted in life. Sickness will distract you sometimes. Sin will distract you sometimes. And mistakes, errors, sometimes they are diabolical means, spell, enchantment. And sometimes it's the government. Many things can work against you. But have this positive, don't always believe that there is anything. Whatever can stop you is not yet created or born. You have the power from within you to overcome everything. So be bold. Take the right actions and bear in mind that the result that you will get in life will work in your favor, that everything will fall in line for you. Everything is going to work in your favor. So just believe that as number 3, believe and believe and believe and believe. So remember this. Expect each time you hand over your personal life or calling card that what you are expecting from that card is positivity. Now, even if the outcome is not what you expect, there is something that I believe. You see, one of my slogans, you always see it, and I always say it is working. Always know that even the positive outcomes and the negative outcomes, everything will eventually work together for your good. So you can imbibe my slogan, it is working. No matter what I go through in life, it is working. And sometimes maybe when things does not go, people in my team say, sir, it's not working. I said, no, you can't say that around me. Because even when we expect the result that we are not expecting, or when we experience what we're not expecting, it is still working, because I know that all things will work together for my good. So sometimes the negativity, the attack, the criticism, and the opposition against you is all actually working towards a greater good. So it's not positive plus positive that gives positive. It is positive plus negative sometimes that make a current for a car to charge or a battery to charge. Remember, regardless of the circumstances, the power of optimism should be your motto, should be your emblem, your energy. That's how you want to go about life. Number 4, face your fears. Sounds like a TV commercial, I know. You reckon everyone has a butterfly in their stomach. Everyone has something that is carrying them. Sometimes it is you don't want to face a situation. Sometimes it is that you do not want to admit the truth. Sometimes you are not emotionally intelligent enough. Other times there are errors in your life and people are, talking to you about it. But face your fear. You have a fear of being rejected. Face it. Go out head on. You might just be accepted instead of rejection. Some people have never attempted to travel to other countries. Say, I don't like rejection. Whenever I'm going to travel, they're going to come and give it to me on the platter of gold. Guess what? Yes, I may not need visa again to go to many countries in the world, but there was a time I was rejected US visa like maybe 6 or 7 times. I tried many times at different age in different countries. I was trying, and one day, voila, I got it. And then later, I don't need visa to go to that country. But you always have to face your fear. The fear of the future, the fear of your finance, the fear. Just face them and overcome them. Overcome the butterflies in your stomach. This is straightforward move that you can make. Go head on, face your fear big time. And the more you conquer your fear, the more confident you become. Number 5, wake up early. Do you know that what Harvard Schwartz, Tony Robbins, Richard Branson, and other successful people do or have as habit in common is that they wake up early, every single day. Remember, waking up early can drastically improve your productivity, and soon enough, success will follow. So here is it. When you wake up early, there is something about the early hour of the morning, the cool of the day, that gives you this energy of productivity. Now, if your life is structured in such a way that you rush out extremely early, then you want to consider sleeping early and waking up around very early hour of the day, like between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. and you can go back to sleep again. There is a magic that happens in the early hour, and usually it's between the hour of 12 and 7 a.m. very productive for thinking and for innovation. You want to make use of that. If not, sleep as early as possible and get up. Some wake up at 5 a.m., others wake up at 6 a.m., but maintain the practice of waking up early. Number 6, meditation. As unimportant or unpopular as it may seem, meditation could actually be considered as one of the greatest pillars of self-improvement. By meditating, you can sleep better. You can actually heal faster from sickness. You can get rid of junk thoughts. You can reduce stress in your life. And you can actually get better mentally. Your mental state can be fixed just by that act alone. Number 7, take note of other people's opinion. Whether you will like it or not, there will always be blind spot. There will always be black side of our life, dark side of ourselves. And people will always tell us the truth about ourselves. Sometimes we may not like it, but people will always tell us, our colleagues, our families, our friends, they will turn to us, and sometimes our managers, our directors, our upline, our downlines, our staff, our bosses, they will tell us the truth about ourselves. And you may not like it, but take the truth, take it to the lab of meditation, think about it, and seek for improvement through personal evaluation. Number 8, write journals on a daily basis. You say, if possible, make it on a written notebook. Write at the end of your day, journal the day the way it's gone. I've got a productivity book that I have, and I have one that will be publishing soon that you'll be able to buy directly from my website. Productivity diary. In my productivity diary, I actually sometimes write events of what actually went on a daily basis. This is actually great if you want to have a fantastic life. It could be useful, and it can be useful, and it will be useful to reevaluate your life. It can also be useful for planning, and sometimes you put all of this together. That is an autobiography about your life there. Sometimes when you go, people can take this about your life and use it to actually learn lessons from your life. That's it. Number 9, quit the bad habits. Oversleeping, being late, smoking, eating unhealthy food, eating too late at night, no exercise. Quit all of this, spending so much time on phone, gossiping, going to every invitation that you get. All these are bad habits. Every bad habit in your life has a way of taking you backward or making you to just go around the same circle. In life, change the bad habit. Number 10, surround yourself with good people. This is a very important act. Surround yourself with people that has the proclivity to move your life forward. Good people are not saints. They are happy, positive people who can enrich your life. In general, they are individuals who motivate you. They empower you. They make the necessary changes. They clear your path for you. Sometimes they motivate you. Guess what? And I'm just saying this to you. I am dressed in this video this way because I'm actually rushing out. Some of the people that motivate me, that get me positive, one of them is someone that runs a large organization in the country of my birth by the name Akin Alabi. I've got wisdom, and I've got top guys who are doing well. They're running a conference, and I'm rushing for it. I'm rushing for it to be part of the conference that they're running. Olumide Emmanuel, fantastic person that I've known since I was a teenager. He's raised a lot of billionaires that I know personally as friends. So each time I move around him, around Akin, you hear something new. You move to another level. I scale my business to another dimension. And you want to surround yourself with these people. Sometimes some of these things are gated. Even though you're a friend, don't take it for granted. If their event is paid for, pay for it and be motivated. Sometimes invite them to yours, or spend time together to improve your life. Remember, improving yourself is not a walk in the park, but it can drastically be simplified if you follow some of these, if not all of these 10 acts. You know what? My name is Abraham Great, and I hope that this has been useful. I know this has been useful for you, and guess what? It is working. For more videos from Abraham Great, please press the subscribe button. It is working.